Hello and welcome to DCP SideQuest, episode number 138.
138.
138. Welcome, guys.
That's a special number.
Yeah, how special is 138?
So special.
Soups?
Everybody knows the significance of 138.
Is there a Batman movie
with the
connected
numerology
to it?
Man. Oh, the Batman.
That's how many Batman movies there's been since 1999.
All right, now I'm curious. You said numerology 138.
Yeah,
I have to see
138 numerology. Let's see. What does it mean?
3 signs why you're seeing 138.
All
What's
right.
the meaning?
What are
Angel
we in
number?
for today, Tefty?
It's not 69 times 2, is it?
I have to click on the thing
close.
to see. Oh boy, they're giving me an article about all kinds of reasons why numerology is going to affect your life and crap. Just get to the point of the number.
Numerology.
I really have to scroll down quite a bit.
Yeah, I hate those websites.
Well, it's like looking for cooking recipes. You're like, and on the preview,
It's 69 times 2.
is it 69 times 2? That's why it's special. It's 69 times 2. We've
It's
got
the-
double the 69s for you.
Yeah,
today,
the
my
hidden
friend.
69. Wow.
Double the 69s.
That's great.
Double the sex. Well,
Nice.
Yeah, double the nice.
double the
Nice.
So,
Yeah. How about that
Yeah.
news week? Lots of
Let's
Stuff?
not. Let's just not.
video game stuff.
No, Oh, we can talk about video games. Oh, you know what I just watched that I got to tell you guys about? You guys know who Tony Hawk
Tony
is,
Stark?
the skater?
I do.
Yes. Much like Tony Stark,
He's invented
parallels,
new technology.
much
Yeah.
like 138 and 69 are obvious.
Mm.
There's a new documentary on HBO about Tony Hawk that is fantastic.
Really?
Like, yeah, it's called Till the Wheels Fall Off, I believe, and it's aptly named. It's 2 hours long, which is pretty long for a documentary
Like a
about like a
Batman
single
movie.
person. That's 2/3 of a Batman movie. But man, it was fascinating. Like, this guy has been I would say a hero for like the skate crowd for
Yeah.
over 40 years. I mean, he started skating when he was 12 in like the 1970s, and he's still right in the thick of it. I don't think he's competing anymore.
He
Yeah.
invented
But-
skating, I believe.
And
And
sure.
definitely invented skating games.
Yeah, they talk about the Activision stuff. They talk about like the success from that. They talk about, his initial like childhood as a skater. But I think the best part of the documentary doesn't come until probably the last like 40 minutes of it, which is all about like the impact this has had, like his obsession, his absolute like single-mindedness in which he's like just devoted his life toward the pursuit of being like the best skater he can be, and what it's cost him and what it's cost his body, what it's cost his family.
Wow.
And then they also are interviewing throughout the whole movie like other skaters who are like his contemporaries, and if they've been his competitors, they've hated him, they've loved him, it is absolutely a fantastic documentary. Like, if you like documentaries, I think most people like
Do you
documentaries,
like
right?
Documentaries.
Oak Island.
It is season 10 up in the air on Oak Island. Don't know what's going to happen. Last episode of the season is actually airing tomorrow night.
Oh,
We'll have to see.
Wow.
Are they going to find pirate gold,
after 10
or did
seasons.
the Templars take it with them when they buried the Ark of the Covenant? We'll have to find out tomorrow night.
Elon
on
Musk
the
is a
channel.
Templar. He stole it. Knew it.
He definitely stole it.
I thought he was digging around fighting the Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Well, that's what he's been doing with all that Templar gold.
The Tesla
With
tunnel.
Templar
The
money.
Tesla tunnel trap. The Tesla turtle
Tesla
tunnel trap.
tunnel trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually wanted to
Uh,
harness
Tesla
Tesla turtles. The
The
Tesla,
Tesla Turtles.
Teenage Mutant
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles.
He wants to eradicate real turtles, and he wants to replace them with Tesla turtles.
Yeah.
Just so you don't think we're all idiots. Before the show, we discovered there was a animated movie, Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and we discussed, a billionaire against 4
Mutant
nuclear turtles, like who would
Yeah.
win.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a documentary about Elon Musk tamping out the actual Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's why he's got
murdering
the
our
company.
beloved childhood
Yeah.
friends.
Right.
Or is
So,
it season 11 of Oak Island? Is when we find out the
We're
connection.
in season 9 now. Season 10, we don't even know. We don't even know if they're on the island. They should be ramping up for the year.
Okay.
It's in season. Treasure hunting is in season in Nova Scotia.
I watched a show. I watched
Uh-huh.
Severance.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed that.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you watch
I was
it all
able
the
to
way through?
binge. Yeah, we watched it in like 2 days.
Yeah, that's a
All the
tough
way.
one not to binge all the way through because it's like
a great binger.
yeah.
Honestly, I wish I waited till there was a season 2 so I could binge the next season 2 because that cliffhanger, boy.
Yeah, massive cliffhanger, right?
Yeah, that is a massive cliffhanger.
Those type of shows the type of shows I really hope that the people writing it have an idea of where they want to take it and arc all the way through.
Unlike
From
Lost.
the beginning.
Yeah, unlike Lost, because like, oh man, it's such a cool premise, but if they don't know where they're going and just kind of wing it through the seasons, then ultimately you're going to be pissed off at the end. You're going to be like, come on, all this stuff. Come on, man.
It feels like they have a purpose, right? Like, because they're constantly, when you watch that show, you have to pay attention, right? And it can be a little difficult. I don't know. For me, it was a little difficult to pay like 100% attention all the time because there are several long scenes that are like maybe dolly shots or like long zooms that you don't really know why they're showing this.
Like walking through the
until
hallway
probably like 4 episodes later, right? And like they'll just like kind of like show a picture on the wall, and you're like, okay, nice picture. But then like 4 episodes later, you realize the significance of that picture, or why is this dude always around taking photos, and why do they like make such a big deal of this guy shooting photos all the time? Oh, that's why.
That's why.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
Well, no spoilers to why they're taking photos. Just, there's a reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
You really got to pay attention. I think that show could deserve a second watch, like of the whole season.
Yeah.
Because I bet there is a ton of stuff that you miss not knowing where it's going.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that get revealed that you could then pick up on in the first episodes, knowing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I also like the style as well, how they they created that world. So I
love the change of the lens when they were in the elevator. It's so subtle, but it does such a good job of kind of showing a shift.
Yeah, the zoom parallax type of thing that happens. Yeah, really cool. I appreciate like the retro tech that like when they're in it.
Yeah,
it's retro tech. But then as soon as they get out, you're like, you're not sure. You're like, is this maybe in the 80s or something? And then it's clear that it's modern.
Yeah,
outside in the world.
Yeah, it's almost got when they're in the office. The setup for the show is you've got a group of people whose mind has been severed into two pieces, basically two people. One who is at work and one who is not at work, right? So you live your life up until the point where you walk into the building to go to work, and then it's your mind severs and you wake up as you're leaving work. But while your body is at work, there's a whole different person in your mind. Like it's you, but it's like it's a different personality who only works for 8 hours a day, right?
Yeah, that's all they know.
So that person wakes up at work, works a full day, gets in the elevator to go home, and then wakes up and it's 8 a.m. again. Like they just always are at work. And like some days they'll feel tired. They don't know why, because they don't know if they slept well or not. They're just at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very interesting premise.
Yeah, it's a cool show. Just excellently done.
Yeah. Cool.
Have you guys seen Winning Time on HBO?
No.
Oh yeah, this one's about the LA Lakers, and when they first got Magic Johnson, and they started on the dynasty that the LA Lakers became, and it was like a new owner, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has kind of lost the passion to play. They got a new coach. Like everything is new, everything is crazy. It's all shot in as if it's shot in 1970s film stock.
Nice.
It looks amazing. It's all grainy footage. Sometimes it even looks like they switched over to video cameras, period correct video cameras. That show is really good too. We could just do a whole episode about TV shows.
There's a lot of good stuff. And then you have like Netflix like losing subscribers and suddenly just canning everything, being like, yo, cancel this, cancel that,
firing everybody.
Yeah, firing like a bunch of people, and like it's just amazing how volatile that like business model is. If they lose 10% and then suddenly they're like, fire sale, everything's got to go. We're canceling everything.
The competition for great content, like for TV shows and movies, is so high. Like we've never had TV shows specifically. Like we've always had good movies, but we've never had TV shows that are consistently to the quality that we get now.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you look at the Marvel TV shows. A lot of them are up there with movie quality.
Have you guys been watching Moon Knight?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's great, right?
It's
the most recent episode.
Oh, it's one of these things that Briar's not into?
One. No, it's all right. I like it.
Yeah?
That's fair. Yeah.
I haven't seen the most recent episode. And a lot, like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I didn't really turn around on that show until like probably the last couple of episodes, to be honest with you. So,
yeah.
Sometimes they start slower, but they pick up enough.
True.
Like, Mandalorian was the same way. It's like I like the first couple episodes, then there was like a long, slow slog through like a few episodes in the middle of the season, and then they nailed it with the end of the season. And overall, I really like the show.
Yeah, I recently watched. We finally watched the Book of Boba Fett, and I got to see Twitter react to all those episodes, and then have a turnaround towards the end when it finally was back to being Star Wars again.
When the show became about the Mandalorian.
Yeah. And like Luke Skywalker and all that, like it's so funny because it was like, here's Boba Fett, who is not a badass anymore, and you're like, come on. And then they got like the TikTokers. I was making fun calling them the TikTokers showing up in their bright bikes, like so out of place, It's like, what are they doing on this show? And then they finally turned around. It was strange. I don't know.
It was strange.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah, I don't think they nailed the tone of that. I don't think they cast it very well, to be honest with you. Like that guy, I don't know, maybe it's the writing or maybe it's the casting, but that guy does not have the menace that Boba Fett originally had when he was in the movies. Right? Like Boba Fett was a menacing character.
Well, that's the writing.
Part of that was because he was silent. He was just stood there and like looked badass.
The past stuff, like when we were looking at the past, I thought that was really cool. I was way more invested in that, like his story from when he was in the ground to being out of the ground. I would have kind of preferred a story just about that.
Yeah, instead of going back and forth, him being like, "Oh, we got to do things differently."
Now we're going back to politicians, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know.
And the Star Wars cheesy, and then there was like Boba Fett cheesy, which was like a whole other level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's why I realized I was like, wow, I didn't. Yeah, this is a strange level of cheese. Like the guy doing the spinning move when he's shooting a gun. I'm like, what are you doing?
What, you don't do the spinning move?
Yeah, it's just some crazy theatrics. And also, why are all the bikes super bright? Like it doesn't get dust on it.
They look like the mods from like the like a '60s Who album cover.
Yeah, it's like this is so out of place. Good lord.
Yeah,
it was stupid.
But I watched it.
Even the last fight, like the last episode, the last fight was just kind of cheesy looking.
It was a cheesy show.
Better than Halo, though.
I haven't been keeping
Halo at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't waste your time.
Oh man.
I finished Elden Ring.
Congratulations.
You did.
Did you?
It was about 2 weeks ago, but I finished it.
How has your gaming perspective shifted ever since finishing Elden Ring?
Yeah.
It's hard. I don't know if I'll be able to jump into an open world.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
It's definitely affliction you suffer after finishing that game.
Because I do think Elden Ring is a fantastic open world game. I think they've definitely done better Souls games experiences.
Yeah.
But as an open world game, it's like, what more do you want? Every time you turn a corner, you're discovering something amazing.
Yeah, it's tough to come off of that because you're like, this is amazing.
Yeah, that game.
Watching all the lore videos.
Now I can even the lore videos though. It's like, Some of the lore videos I've been watching, I'm like, I think you're inferring a little bit here.
Well, there's some characters like Melina who we just in the game we don't actually know that much concrete stuff about. So they're just trying to like piece things together because factual information we don't know that much about her.
We'll have to wait for the DLC.
Oh, there's totally DLC coming.
Yeah.
I wonder how we're gonna feel about Elden Ring in like 5 or 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, is this game gonna be held up as like one of those all-time classics? Are we gonna get over it? Is Breath of the Wild 2 or Elden Ring 2 or Ghost of Tsushima's 2 gonna like top it to a point where we kind of forget all about it? Like, how are we gonna feel about this game long term?
Yeah, I'm interested to see if Elden Ring changes the way people make open world games at all.
Yeah.
Because Dark Souls and Demon Souls changed the way that people made action games forever.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see if it changes open world games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to, because it's like there's a certain level of detail and polish that they were able to achieve with it still being rough at times. You know, it's not a perfect game by any means, but in terms of the things that matter to you, like the journey, I feel like they, I don't know, they hit such a high level. It's like it's got to influence people. Like there's open world games that you go, okay, yeah, this one's kind of fast food, yeah, you know, just eat that, whatever. And then there's like these like meals. It's like a 4-course incredible meal with Elden Ring. And if you're into that, like it can really shape your perspective of how you want to play a future title. So I don't know. I feel like it could really inspire a lot of people.
I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
I would think, though, this is probably the hardest kind of open world to make, right? Because it doesn't feel like, okay, we've made this thing and now we're going to stamp it around the map 40 times and label it. Like, there's definitely some of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It just feels, you know what maybe it is there's just more stamps. Like, they built more different types of activities, and they customize those activities in such a way that it constantly is feeling different and surprising.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a video recently. I can't remember exactly what it was, but they were talking about when making open world games, sticking to a rule of finding something every about 2 minutes on average. And he went through and timed every single thing through Elden Ring between each thing that he found, whether it was a dungeon or an item, and he'd mark it down in the time between. And it was like, yeah, turns out the average is about 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes, you're finding something that catches your attention and draws you somewhere else.
I think
So
like probably
they managed to do
Assassin's
that
Creed's probably come close to that too, like these
Probably,
recent
yeah.
Assassin's Creed's games. But the difference I feel like in Elden Ring is that I found it. I didn't just like look at a map and like just follow the map, or I didn't have like a giant arrow in the sky just like pointing me in the way I should go, you know? Like I felt like it was like I organically found so much of the stuff, even to the point where the ending I got, it felt like I had organically found my way to this ending.
Mm-hmm.
And like I really appreciated that, you know? Like it was a really cool experience all the way through.
Did you have to look it up to figure out how to open the door and get naked to get all grabby with the 3 fingers?
No.
Did you just figure that out to get naked to go through? Wow.
Yeah.
Very nice. How'd you figure it out?
Yeah,
Brian?
good on you, Brian. How?
That was like 2 months ago now. I don't even remember like that part of it.
Did you see a ghost man walk up to the door naked and you go,
possibly?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't understand the significance of what I was doing until
you wouldn't.
afterward. You know, like actually way afterward.
When you beat it. And it was like, the world's going to burn now.
Your finger maiden kind of tells you like,
Yeah, she got pissed.
Like, she does.
Yeah, super pissed.
Mm-hmm.
But
I definitely had to look it up. I was like, what the hell is this place? Then I left. And then I was like, 3 fingers. And then I had to look up how to get to that door. And it was like, get
3
naked.
3 + 2 is 5. That's a hand.
Oh, the hand.
Maybe they're from the same hand and they had a squabble and split off.
They split. But there's a whole bunch of other 2 fingers just all over the place.
There are a lot of 2 fingers. That's true. Everyone owns 2 fingers.
Yeah, if you're some sort of
important people.
god deity type of person, you get 2 fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Like it's a stark contrast from other open world games where you get this map and there's a bunch of exclamations or question marks saying go here, go here, go here, go here, go here, go here, go everywhere. You feel like, oh my god, there's so much to do. What do I guess I'm just gonna follow the golden line initially to get through stuff. And it's like it's a completely different experience. You don't have that. And in the very beginning, I tried to play it like a Souls game, and it was pissing me off because I was playing like a Souls game instead of just naturally, organically going around and discovering different stuff and naturally leveling up because I'm fighting various things that show up. Yeah,
this game feels more like a Zelda game than a Souls game to me. Like the bosses feel Souls-like, but the rest of the game feels, I don't know, more like a cross between like a Zelda game and almost like a, I don't know, like a real deep RPG with like, you know, because Zelda, you don't really customize your character that much, right? You get some items along the way, but there's not nearly as much like building out a character.
Well,
yeah, I kept saying that it's not my favorite Souls game because I think that the downfall of having so many bosses and being so open world and coming to things at your own pace is you might be over level for an area, maybe you don't want to be, but you didn't know it was there. So if you do things in order, then you probably have a pretty good experience. But there's also like you fight a boss and then there are just regular mob later on, and then that maybe kind of diminishes your feeling of the initial boss fight a little bit, or you start seeing the same boss over and over again and you're like, just get it over with, instead of it being that kind of big build up and then figuring out a boss and all of that. So I would say, and that's why I just always say that I think it's a better open world game. I think it's a fantastic open world game, but in terms of like just a straight up Souls experience, I don't think it's my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's different from like a Souls experience.
It is very different. A lot of the boss fights, I was thinking like, what was my favorite boss? And I have less to choose from my favorites. Whereas if I look at Sekiro, it's like, oh my god, I have so many favorites. But that's because like Bloodborne and Sekiro, even more so than Dark Souls, are like very curated experiences. It's like, we want you to play like this specific way. It's not more open-ended. Whereas Elden Ring is like even more so the other way, where you can play this game in so many different ways and everyone will have a different experience.
They're like, they don't even care if you miss a huge area. They're like, whatever. No. It's not part of your playthrough. You don't know about that area.
You win.
Yeah.
I wish this game came out when I was a child before the internet.
Right?
I would play it like 20 billion times over trying to find everything.
Right? You would need to be a child with like unlimited time to do it too, right? Like
You would.
Yeah. Well, I want to play another playthrough. It's been calling me.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I know what it takes to start, you know, or I think about the journey that I had, how much time. I know it would be faster now that I know what to do. But
sure.
I'm like, I need to take more time away from it. Also, I'm waiting for my Steam Deck to eventually get the email. I haven't got the email yet, so, you know.
There's a couple things you could do with a fresh playthrough. There's something I've been wanting to do with like a cosplay run. So I'd have someone, like if it's a late game armor and late game weapon, I could have someone drop it for me right away and go through the whole game as like a Zamor Freezy lady. And I'm just going to cosplay as that character the whole way. Or if you want to play on PC, there's a mod now that is an item randomizer. So every item you pick up
randomizer in that game?
Totally random.
Holy crap.
So you might find like the final weapon of the game right at the beginning.
Or never find the most basic shit you need.
Maybe. Yeah.
That sounds enticing. It really does.
It sounds fun, right?
Enticing. Yeah.
Because then you get to I think the problem with the second playthrough is you know a lot of things about the game, and that kind of maybe diminishes your fun a little bit. Sure. Whereas this, you go and explore, you pick up an item on just like on the ground. It could be the best weapon in the game. You don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to wait till the Steam Deck comes out, and I'm going to start a PC run, and I'm going to just watch all of Eric's videos about like the most powerful shit in the game and just go through that game like a fucking baller. Just absolutely crushing everything. That sounds like fun to me.
I feel, it's funny. Like I played it so different than I do Souls games. Like by the end of it, I was fat rolling. I was blocking. Like I hardly ever use shields. And this time around, I ended up using shields heavily. And like, it was a very different play style for me. I would actually like to do a full magic run. I've been thinking about that because like there's so much magic opportunity in the game and spells and all that, sorceries that I experimented with a little bit. I know it takes a bit to get them going because like some of them suck. A lot of them suck, I guess. But you could then build towards it and have a fun time just dropping comments.
And they're constantly rebalancing it. Every patch, it seems like they're rebalancing powers on weapons and spells.
Yeah.
Pretty much every faith spell got buffed in the most recent patch.
Yeah.
Just about everything.
Yeah, I tried a few of those like Erd Tree spells that did damage, and I was like, what is this garbage? Does nothing.
Yeah, it's like, I just want to be cool. I want to like summon lightning gods from sky and throw it at people.
Yeah.
Or do the move that
Frenzy
Melania does. Yeah.
Yes, I would like to use that too. I used Frenzy a lot, and it was good.
Mm-hmm. Did you have to grab onto him for Frenzy?
No.
It's a different one. Yeah.
It was like I'd yell, look up at the sky, and shoot like firebolts out of my eyes that would go all over the place. And against big bosses, if I got underneath them, like all of those bolts would hit.
Oh, nice.
So it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say I want to do New Game Plus because I'd love to do a run like just a rot build with Melania's like dive bomb skill and a bunch of other stuff. But New Game Plus for a while, it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like incredibly easy. You go to the boss, you go bing, 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 you're dead. Bye. Next boss.
You already got all the best stuff.
Yeah, and you have a ton of health. So until you get the later New Game Pluses, it's kind of a walk in the park. But I would love to use the stuff that I have and make new builds, you know. And it's the problem with starting a new character is if you want to use some of the late game stuff, if it's a spell, you just can't get it. If it's armor or weapon, someone will have to drop it for you.
Yeah. It's interesting. I like the whole randomizer concept. I kind of kind of want to experiment with that. Just see.
Me too.
It'd be fun. Like just you never know what you're gonna get.
Because then you can kind of just do a normal run of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So what a lot of people do is they're doing a randomizer and then use whatever you find. So as soon as you find a new weapon, you switch to it. You find armor, you switch to it.
Oh,
if you're fat
that's
rolling,
how I play
you're fat
Destiny
rolling.
when a new patch comes out. Yeah, whatever I get, I start using. That sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does sound fun.
Yeah, one thing I hardly ever used was bows. I think I only shot like 5 arrows.
Same, crossbows, bows, nothing. Didn't use any of it.
There's some cool boss stuff. Oh, one thing I actually wish was a little bit different was the commitment towards. Of course, this is in all Souls games, but the commitment towards using boss weapons and having access to them. So I feel like it's like you got this essence, you better spend it wisely. You know.
Yeah.
Of course, you can go to the mausoleums and get another one.
Yeah.
But still,
that's true. That would be a reason for me to just do New Game Plus, even if it was easy to just go and collect all of them.
Mm-hmm. Everything. Just have
You
your
just do it in
inventory
one place.
maxed out. Just get it all.
I don't know.
Gotta
I kind of
collect
want to
all.
give it some time though before I start another playthrough and play some other games. Like I put so much time into Elden Ring. Like, and to be honest with you, this year has been so front loaded with new games, and I think right now we're kind of going into like a period of time where it's a good time to catch up on some of those games I missed or some of those games I didn't get to play.
Yeah.
So I kind of just want to give it some time to like, allow myself to have like not a new experience, but a fresh experience.
I'm going to be giving it a little bit of time because there's a game coming out on Thursday called Trek to Yomi.
Yep.
Oh man.
Which, oh my dear God.
Looks awesome.
It does look awesome. I hope it plays as well as it looks. I really do.
I may have played it.
Oh, you did? How is it?
I did a tiny bit. I walked down some steps and I was like, I'm going to put this away. I'm in love with this game. It's too good. I get it. I got it. I'm back on Thursday. It's beautiful, and the way that they use shots is beautiful, and the combat is very Ghost of Tsushima-esque.
Nice.
I'm really excited for that. I'm going to play it on Thursday. And then also Thymesia, the game that's like Plague Doctor Bloodborne, finally got a release date, which is August, and the demo is available now for a week.
Plague Doctor Bloodborne. Wait, is this the Pocahontas one?
No.
No, not Pocahontas. What am I thinking? The wrong Wrong Disney character.
Pinocchio? No.
Pinocchio.
No.
That's what I meant to say.
You know, a Pocahontas Souls game sounds pretty dope. I'd be down, Disney. You listening? Yeah, it's a Thymesia. Thy. If you do THY on Steam, it should come up. But it's getting a release on all consoles now. Initially, it was just going to come out on PC. It's releasing in August 9th on everything. And there is a demo, and I think I'll play it later today. At least try it.
Going back to Trek to Yomi, unfortunately, like they did one of those like limited release things for the physical edition. I think it was like super rare games or something like that. So I ordered that because I was like, I already know I want this game. Like this game is like one of those games that just like instantly appealed to me as soon as I saw it. But I don't know when that's going to ship.
Game Pass.
I don't know when I'm going to play it.
Game Pass.
What's that? Is it on Game Pass?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. I'll just play it there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So I'm playing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'll be my weekend.
Really
That comes out Friday?
Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
Thursday. Oh,
yeah, it's for those that don't know, it's
guys, I'm not feeling too well for the podcast.
For those who don't know what Trek to Yomi is, it's black and white. It's supposed to be like a love story to the Kurosawa movies, the old samurai black and white movies. And it's very Ghost of Tsushima-esque. It's kind of plays the same way with parrying and, sword fighting, of course. And the way that it's shot is it is like a side scroller, but they do a lot of camera changes. So you will walk towards the camera, and like when you go in buildings, it will kind of shift. So it's not just like a flat kind of side scrolling experience. It's
cool.
It's really beautiful.
Real cinematic.
Yeah. It looks super cinematic, and it makes sense if that's what they were going for with the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm excited about that. Also, what a perfect time for that game to come out.
Yeah. Seriously.
Because
there's going to be some games that really benefit from this year being a little bit slow toward the middle. Mm-hmm. I think that's one of them. I think the Cowabunga Collection is one of them. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game.
Yeah.
Unless Elon Musk stomps that one out too.
Right. Billionaire versus Ninja Turtles.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's buying it and shelving it. Come on, Elon. How could you?
So, Watts, you mentioned that Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, and Square Enix Montreal got bought.
Yes. Square Enix sold them.
Tomb Raider. What else do they make? Tomb Raider. Avengers.
Now, the Avengers thing is, I feel like maybe the thing that's going to suffer the most, because can they even make Avenger games anymore?
Do we care?
I'm just saying, hey, Avengers has a roadmap. It's been getting updates.
It's been getting updates still?
I would argue the Tomb Raider developer wasn't the best place to put like a live game, like a brand new live service game.
Well, I know. It should have been a story game for sure.
Yeah.
But they've been doing updates. Does that mean that it just gets dropped now?
Yeah, really curious about that.
Or Fran.
I wonder who is Fran
Guardians of the
Galaxy.
They also made as Eidos Montreal made Guardians of the Galaxy.
That was a good
Deus
game.
Ex games.
Yep.
Thief.
Mm-hmm.
What else did they make? Hitman.
Yeah, Hitman.
Hitman Go, not the Hitman games. Those guys left. Who makes those? I forget. They left Square. Remember, they got released by Square, and they were able to keep the Hitman IP. But Hitman Go, Hitman Sniper, Lara Go, Deus Ex Go,
IO
Interactive
Interactive
Space Invader game
is the company makes Hitman. Yeah, weird, right? They sold this stuff and they said they wanted to invest in blockchain. Blockchain, AI. Yeah, they're like, we're going to be using this to also just 300 million also, which is, I don't know. You'd think it'd be bigger. To invest in blockchain, cloud, and AI.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Maybe they should have just said
the
cloud and AI.
Fantasy. They're not invested in that.
Oh God, please don't put NFTs in my Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah, NFTs. You're gonna have to buy your NFTs with Bitcoin that you buy from the AI.
Ugh.
Let me tell you, the Final Fantasy VII boys would not be down with NFTs. or crypto. They're trying to save the planet.
Know. I think Cloud is all about the NFTs. Look at that haircut. That's got
no,
NFT guy all over it.
They're destroying the big companies that are trying to destroy the planet. They're destroying them all.
They got bought by the Embracer Group, though, who have been buying shit like crazy since about 2017. The list of studios that they've bought in the last 5 years is too long to list, but it's like Gearbox Software, 3D Realms. Jesus, there's so many. Perfect World Entertainment, Dark Horse Comics. It's just a billion of Beamdog, Last Boys Interactive. There's like a huge list of companies that they've bought. THQ Nordic. There's so many. Yeah. So these guys are really trying to buy up all of the video games.
They trying to do a different Netflix for video games, different Game Pass.
Embraced.
Yeah, embraced by embracing.
I don't know.
Yeah, strange. Also, you think Tomb Raider would have a bigger pull as well? I guess not.
Like, the games are pretty good.
Yeah.
Do the IPs go with this, or is it just the studio? Does Square keep the Tomb Raider IP?
No, I think they're selling the IP as well.
Crystal Dynamics keep, because I would think that Tomb Raider. I mean, I think the last series, like of the last 3 games, like that reboot, the first 2 were, I thought, fantastic. The last one was weird, but still good, but weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, Square, every time one of those comes out, though, they say didn't really sell as well as we wanted it to, or we expected it to.
That's true.
So that's why they just selling it off for the blockchain.
Yeah,
sell it off.
That Marvel's that Guardians of the Galaxy game was really good, and like I was really hoping that we'd get a second one of those, like a follow up, because what they did with storytelling and cutscenes and stuff was above and beyond what anything I've seen in video games. Like it was fantastic. The combat was iffy, and if they had a second shot at combat, maybe just make it just normal ass 3D combat, it probably would have gone over better. I would have loved to see another one of those. That's definitely got to be in question, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, weird. I don't know what to think about it. I don't really know much about the Embracer Group aside from them just buying up a whole bunch of studios, IP stuff.
Yeah, what's up with them?
Yeah, what's up?
Can we get an expose on who they are? What are they doing? What's their goals?
They're a Swedish video game holding company, according to Wikipedia.
Holding.
Controlled by Lars Wingefors.
Lars.
As of 2021, they own more than 76 international studios in 45 countries in Europe and the Americas.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What are they holding them for?
Yeah.
Are they going to Mars? Maybe they're taking them all to space.
Space studios.
Space studios. Yeah. That does make sense.
Yeah, what a weird business model. Holding video game companies.
Maybe just hold them until the stock goes up. Like they make games, and then if they make a banger, you sell them.
Oh, right.
Suddenly... Yeah, I mean, they continue to make games. Like Gearbox Entertainment is still making games. THQ Nordic is still making games. Saber Interactive is still making games.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff they own is like mobile. What's that?
It seems like they're holding them like stocks, just like investing in game studios to eventually sell when they can make a profit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's some passion there. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't really know much about it. It seems like we should know more with how many studios that they own, but maybe that's by design. They don't want to seem like
considering the whole Wikipedia page on this is like 3 sentences long. I don't know if there is much more to know.
Or they're doing a good job of keeping it under wraps as much as they can.
Very suspicious.
Yeah,
because they don't want to be like an Activision.
Oof. Nobody wants to go full Activision.
You don't go full Activision.
Never go full Activision.
You go like 80s Activision, maybe. Don't go full
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe 90s.
90s EA.
90s EA? Oh, I don't think you want to go there. 3DO.
Yeah, that's weird. Weird bit of news. don't know really.
I get worried that the game industries, all these companies seem to be consolidating into these like mega corporations, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
how many companies are going to be behind like this thing that I love so much? And like you always got to remember as a gamer that this is a business, right? It's like these companies are out there trying to make money. But like there's also artistry to it, and there's talent to it, and there's joy and passion to it. And it always concerns me when I see like just a few people getting to make all the decisions. Luckily there is room for indie development now.
More so than ever. With the tools that are available. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the games I'm looking forward to are indie games.
Yeah. We've had like an indie game revolution. Feels like it, but really it's probably been going on for the past 15 years almost. Maybe 10 years.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the Xbox 360 arcade, remember when the Xbox arcade came out and like you started to see like real indie stuff on a console. Like there's always stuff on the PC, but it was not mainstream, I feel like, until the arcade hit.
Oh, I have to tell you guys about a game I almost forgot. It came out like 2 days ago. It's called Ravenous Devils.
Ooh.
And here are the tags: management, cooking, villain protagonist.
I don't
crime.
like this. All right, you had me at crime.
It's $4.49. And
is this a Steam game?
It is a Steam game. It's a horror cooking simulator where the secret ingredient is crime. Improve your shop, buy new tools, expand your menu, and make your customers happy.
Like a diamond heist.
I'm pretty sure it's We Eat Briar, the video game.
Oh, God damn it.
Eat your co-host.
It's currently got a very positive on Steam, so I might have to give it a go. We'll do a
for $4.49. How can you not? Right?
How could I not? How could I not do a Cook and Briar stream for $4.49?
Hey, wait a minute.
And the first review I see is finally a cooking game where all the food is vegan. See, eating people is vegan. I told you. People really like it. I'm gonna give it a go.
What type of graphics is it?
It's
3D. It looks nice, actually.
It actually looks pretty good.
What is it called again?
Ravenous Devils. Yeah, it actually looks pretty good. And it's, I do love management.
It's like Cooking Mama for sadists.
For cannibals.
Yeah.
Cooking Mama for cannibals. There you go.
Okay.
That's the tagline.
Wow.
Right? Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, they're literally chopping up people and eating them.
They're chopping up people. Well, that's allowed.
There's some real murder in this game.
Actual cannibalism in this.
Yeah. Corpse manage a tailor shop and a corpse cooking business in a city where crime, corruption, and poverty are commonplace.
It's like Sweeney Todd the game or something.
Yeah.
Run a barbershop, make some meat pies on the side.
I was just looking at a game that's similar to this. I think it's called Godlike Burger. I think it's actually this one here. If you scroll it way down and to the more like this, I'm pretty sure this is the one. It's again one of those cooking games, where you make burgers, but it's a single player game. It's not like one of those ones where you have to play with a group.
Overcooked,
but it's also a murder simulator where you're killing the customers to make the burgers with the customer meat.
That's a
customer meat burger.
Terrible business plan. Your customers die. Then you got no more customers.
I think the customers are aliens in this case.
Okay. I'll allow it.
Okay. Let it go.
Just getting real about the economics of killing all your customers.
Yeah. You gotta make sure you have a high turnover rate, right? Maybe like a truck stop or something along the highway.
You're like
near
attracting a lot of new customers just naturally, so you can off these people.
You get discount meat and a truckload of VCRs every once in a while.
Okay, just good business model.
Yeah. I've been shopping on eBay for VCRs.
Really?
Yeah, specific VCRs that have component output so I get like the best possible picture out of my VCI.
Oh my goodness. Is anything exciting coming out in May aside from Trek to Yomi?
Ooh, May.
I feel like that's the main thing, right?
So there's something coming out. Now I have to look it up. Video game releases. All right. Let's take a look at May.
We got Trek to Yomi, Warhammer 40,000, Wildcat Gun Machine, Best Month Ever, Crowns and Pawns, Songs of Conquest, Brigandine.
Salt and Sacrifice is coming out.
Is that a sequel to Salt and Sanctuary?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the next game from the people that did Salt and Sanctuary.
Okay.
Absolutely, like widely accepted as one of the best Souls-like period, not just the best.
I need to play
2D ones.
I never played.
Yeah, it's really, really good. So that's coming out real soon. That's May 10th.
Evil Dead the game. May 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song. It's I believe the sequel to Vampire the Masquerade that came out in 1905 or so. Very early.
There's really not that much coming out for the next until October.
Yeah. Like, are we prepared for the, I'm going to put this in quotations, drought of video games that we're about to experience? Because there's a lot of indie stuff and expansions. A lot of expansions.
There's a ton of indie stuff.
There is also a lot in the 2022 release date, but they haven't been given a release date yet.
Right.
Like
that means
Stray is one of those games.
Pushed to 2023.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or we're going to have a ridiculous November, December.
That's also possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
I gotta find out when that has the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge got a release date yet?
Don't know.
No idea.
And then there's that Capcom Fighting Collection that's supposed to come out this summer. I thought June, but I don't see it here.
Ooh, Cuphead deal.
And then there's the Klonoa Reverie series. That's looking good. Did you guys ever play Klonoa on the PlayStation?
I don't think I did.
No.
Yeah, see, this is the problem. Space Trip says Redfall was summer. This is the problem. If they don't have an exact date, they don't get put in the list of months that they're coming out because we don't know what month they're coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just this massive list of games that are supposed to come out in 2022.
Yeah. Like Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection, early 2022.
Or I Am Jesus Christ, the video game. That's coming out.
I have been waiting for that one. I cannot wait. Dude, I heard that the nail on the cross technology is first rate.
Mm-hmm. Gonna be get nailed up and then rise, then later on.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to rise again.
You meet the Easter Bunny, be like, "What up, Bunny?"
High five on the way out. Do you do one of those high five and then I hit him on the low side as you walk by?
Yeah, he's good as his hind leg, the scratcher. Yeah, I don't know, kind of a weird schedule for the summer.
Waiting for their dates.
Yeah, I think
Nazi Buster coming out Q3 2022. That sounds fun. I don't know anything about it other than the title is Nazi Buster, but I know I like killing Nazis. That's always fun.
3.
Cult of Lambs coming out in 2022, but we still don't have a date. They've been at all the conventions showing off the game. They've been doing a lot of press stuff, so I hope we get it.
That's the one where you're like a cult leader, right?
You're a lamb cult leader.
Yeah, that one looks dope, actually. That one looks like you're
People
like
who
an evil.
Played it at PAX.
It's like a sim game, yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, that one looks cool.
Cool. Looks very cool. I'm excited for it.
Homeworld 3. They're making a Homeworld 3? Speaking of old PC games. There's a ton of stuff coming out this year, but it's all, you're right, Lots. It's like all doesn't have a date. So it's just
doesn't have a date.
To be announced.
Yeah, so it's a 50-50 crapshoot whether or not it's actually going to be November, possibly December, or next year. It gets pushed.
Right. Some of these may get bumped.
Like what was that? Starfield,
like Bayonetta 3. Didn't we already hear that's getting bumped to 2023? Or am I making stuff up in my head?
I actually don't know.
I have no idea.
Dude, there's so many.
There's so many.
It's unbelievable that there's this many games. God of War, Ragnarok.
Yeah, we still don't have a date for that. Starfield, out of Starfield and God of War. Which one's getting bumped to 2023?
Yeah, Starfield,
Both?
like, I know, right? Like, it says November 11th. I'm like, doubt.
I know, Starfield,
Doubt.
I'm like, you guys have shown literally nothing.
They showed a cinematic.
Literally.
Nothing.
Yeah, they talked about the music. I was watching in a trailer the other day. They showed like about a second of gameplay.
Yeah, like the cinematic looked really cool, and they showed a few like armor things on Twitter or something like that. But definitely not surprised if it's like we need another year, guys.
Yeah, they did that with Fallout 4 though. If you'll remember, like they announced Fallout 4 at E3 that came out like that October or November. Like we didn't even know it was coming. It was like complete shock.
Yeah,
true. Maybe we'll get
it is possible.
Maybe all of these games will get like a release date for September.
Yeah,
when we get the game Summer Fest.
Yeah, we are jumping the gun a bit. Like it's the 1st of May or the beginning of May, and really we're about to go into the here's when these things come out season.
Yeah.
You know, like the whole the E3 timeline is when we really get concrete dates on this stuff. So we just might be a couple episodes early.
Yeah, maybe they're all waiting to announce for then.
Yeah, but
which would make sense if they've signed up to announce already.
Right.
They wouldn't be able to announce it now. So
exactly, but this summer does not look like it's got a lot going on. So it's your backlog summer, right?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played Stranger of Paradise yet. Gotta play that.
Yeah.
I might give Ghostwire Tokyo a go, although open world stuff is going to be very difficult. It's going to be difficult.
It leaves Elden Ring has left a bad taste for playing other games. It's rough. I have to give it more time.
Yeah.
To then come back to other games and be like, okay, I have a cleansed brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It completely ruined my Horizon experience, honestly. Like, I can't go back to Horizon at this point.
You're not going to go back?
I don't think so. Like, I wasn't like in love with that game to begin with, but Elden Ring I fell head over heels in love with.
I am planning on finishing.
They're similar.
Forbidden West. I'm going to restart it, so I actually feel like I'm in the middle of it, because what else am I going to do? Aside from play Elden Ring on the Steam Deck when I finally get it. There we go.
Yep. And then load it up on your PC and randomize all those items.
It says on this list that Resident Evil 2, 3, and 7 are all coming out on PS5 and Xbox Series X.
2, 3, and 7.
Okay. Yeah. Is it like the updated
So the 2
thing?
remake, the 3 remake, and then 7.
Are they remaking 7?
I don't think so. That's pretty new.
Is it just the next gen port?
Probably 60 FPS, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Also, Rocksmith coming out. Hey, you guys remember Rocksmith? It was the one. It was like Guitar Hero, but you plug in a real guitar.
Yeah.
And you could like learn to play guitar.
Well, I'm just gonna be playing this Briar cooking game. I think.
There you go.
That, track the Yomi, be some samurais, cook some Briar.
Nice. I haven't played
Doctor.
that additional Final Fantasy VII quest thing that came out. Yeah, I never played that.
Oh yeah.
So
you could definitely do that.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about loading that up on the PS5, because when I played,
do it.
Yeah.
Do you have to have a save file to play it, or is it like a standalone thing?
I think it's standalone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might knock that out.
That'll be a good one, because that's a quality game. It's hard to play not super high quality games after Elden Ring, I think.
Yeah. I also kind of want to replay Dark Souls and Bloodborne. And
I do want to replay Dark Souls.
Yeah.
There's a 13 remake coming out for the Switch.
Oh.
Or 13 was like that cel-shaded first-person shooter based off the comic book that came out and sucked.
No, I don't remember it.
It was like a PS2 or PS3 game. PS2, I think. There is a lot of games on this list scheduled for 2022.
Give me Stray. I want to run around the world as a kitty cat.
I hope we get a date for that.
Yeah.
That'd be
I
nice.
thought we were gonna get one because they Sony did this. I forgot what it was, like a trailer or something for games that are coming up, and I was like, "Oh, are they doing trailer announcement dates for all these games?" No.
Yeah.
There wasn't a for sure date in there. I don't
Yep.
think there was. It still says 2022.
Mm-hmm.
When's the new Destiny season start?
23rd of May, I think, or 24th.
Oh, perfect. That's actually good because I'll be honest with you, Elden Ring really kind of bit into my enjoyment of the Destiny new season. Like I just really focused on Elden Ring, so it'll be nice to kind of warm back up to Destiny a little bit.
And the new season supposedly is going to be really good. But judging by
I've heard.
developer excitement, a lot of them have been saying they are really excited about this particular season coming up.
I'm honestly looking forward to Guardian games tomorrow.
Yeah?
Because that SMG sounds awesome, and I want it.
It does sound awesome.
I want the SMG. You give me something that I want, I'll go play a video game.
There you go. New loot. I'll take it. I want the loot.
Oh, did you guys see there's a Call of Duty Modern Warfare? Was it Modern Warfare 3?
Modern Warfare 2? Yeah.
Yeah, what was that? Are they redoing Modern Warfare 2 again?
Apparently it's not a
redo Modern Warfare 2?
Apparently it's not a redo. I don't really understand. It's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 2 too?
Modern Warfare 2 2022.
Ah, nice.
There you go.
138.
Episode 138. The double 69.
Apparently it's a sequel.
A sequel to Modern Warfare 2?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm pretty sure that they just showed the trailer to like a select group of people, so we didn't actually we don't actually know anything. We just know that, and people of course get excited because Modern Warfare 2 everyone loved, so they're like, "Oh, Modern Warfare 2, 2022, 2.
I haven't played a Modern Warfare 2 game in a long time, or I'm sorry, a Call of Duty game in a long time, and I wouldn't mind seeing a good one. I just don't know that they're capable of it anymore. Like it feels like such a diluted product, you know? Like
it's also one of those things where it might be nostalgia versus the product has evolved, but you know, like
I don't even like the way that the guns look when they shoot anymore. It's all too modern. Go back to the arcade Call of Duty.
Well, even the World War II one that they did a few years ago didn't feel good. Like it just didn't feel good.
I haven't been keeping up with them. I hardly ever play them. In the past, I had bought them and then played them for like a day and then drop them. Or I'd play the zombie stuff. But I'm now like free of it. I don't buy them anymore. I
haven't bought a Call of Duty in a very long time.
Yeah.
That's when I think I bought the World War II one. Before that was Advanced Warfare. And that's when I said, I'm not playing Advanced Warfare. I'm going to play Destiny instead and made a YouTube channel about it.
Yeah, that's same.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Activision, for making a shitty Call of Duty game.
That's true.
Remember the blacksmith shader?
I do.
They connected with that? Yeah. Yep. Well,
I'd give a demo a try,
else?
you know? I'd tickle Modern Warfare 2 demo. I
Check it
don't
out.
Company Heroes.
think I'll like it, though.
Company Heroes is in here. Damn. I really got to go through this list, like, piece by piece, because there's some bangers. Company Heroes 3.
You know what we do have coming out, which you guys might not be excited about, in June? It's a Monster Hunter Rise. Big DLC. Yeah.
Oh.
So that's connected.
I'll see what you guys say a month after it comes out, because you'll love it the first day, but a month later, then I'll get your real take.
I need to catch up. I need to actually spend time on my PC character.
Yeah,
I want to play it on
connected,
PC.
right? So you could actually play it on your Steam Deck.
Yeah, I can play it on Steam Deck.
See, if I get the Steam Deck before that comes out, I might play Monster Hunter Rise and the DLC on a Steam Deck.
On a Steam Deck.
So I have looked at my email more in the last month than I've ever looked at my email ever, waiting for that fucking email to come from Steam.
Yeah, I know it's May now, and I'm like, dude, 1/3 of that time frame is already down. Am I going to be a June freaking email? Am I going to be a June person? It's going to be like the last week of June and be like, hey, your Steam Deck's ready. I'll be like, fine, I'll take it. Give me the damn thing.
You know what? It causes me stress that there's a 3-day window on the email, right?
There is a 3-day
once
window.
you get that email, there's a timer that's basically counting down that says, if you forget to look at your email, like let's say you're having an awesome weekend and you're out with your, friends and family, and you forget to check your email, and all of a sudden you come back and it's like Tuesday. And you're like, oh shit, I should check my email, and you see that it came on Friday. What's that mean? You missed it. You dumb son of a bitch. You fucked up.
I added Steam to my favorites, so it would pop up on my phone and say that there was an email from Steam.
Yeah.
I can't possibly miss it.
I can, because like when I'm driving or I'm out playing golf or I'm drinking heavily, I don't always look at my phone.
It's a 3-day experience.
Like, what is going to happen?
Do you golf and get drunk for 3 days in a row?
In a perfect world, Tefty. Yes, please. You just described my dream weekend. Maybe there'd be a boat somewhere in there.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not gonna miss the email, but I'm just more, it's like when you're waiting for the FedEx or UPS delivery. It's like this constant checking because you need to you're seeing, because it's on the edge of your mind. It's one of those things.
Yeah.
Anyways, is that episode 138? Nice.
Yeah.
Strapped and
ready. We gotta go check our email.
Go check your email.
I got a busy day of refreshing my email ahead of me.
That's right.
All right, that's episode 138. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to the Double 69 episode. Quick
Double
note,
69.
Yeah, quick note. We have had some issues with our Patreon upload versions. Patreon has been buggy on the back end, so we're going to change that starting this week to automatically to go live right away once the file is done and uploaded. So those are the Patreon episodes are going to come out.
You get it.
Yep, they're going to come out right away, and that way we can verify in case there is some sort of bug that happened where the audio decided to
disappear. Not a bug,
disappear.
It's a feature.
Yeah, where the audio disappears. It's a feature.
Patreon just gifted you an hour.
Yeah, your RSS feed is empty.
A lot about how many Batman movies there are.
So yeah, that's happening now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting. Shout out to our Patreon members and our Twitch subs. You guys are awesome, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.